Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three squeaky toys that were here last week, 2 weeks ago. In the bottom left, we have Regan, Belladonna, Catfolk, Wizard, played by Char.
Kennedy's going through all of his toys. Yes, that is another one of your toys. Thank you for bringing it over. This one has a dead squeaker, though, so quieter.
Beautiful. In the bottom middle, we have Mayhem, Vigilante Fighter, played by Will.
I'd be making
I think you're
squeaking
muted.
noises, but I lost my squeaker.
There you go.
So.
And then in the bottom right, we have Alex playing Felix, Milos, Human Bard.
He's got a squeaker. There you go.
There we go.
Very
All right.
clownish.
Let's see. So, last time on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers had been exploring the Carowin Manor, where a party had taken place the prior night, a party of doom. All of the guests seem to have been slain in some sort of bizarre murderous ritual, and their bodies seem to have been transformed by magic to appear to look like they were victims of the Blood Veil. Many of them were also transformed into zombies, seemingly for the amusement of a mysterious elven woman who was still on the premises, hotboxing herself in the bathroom. You managed to defeat all of the zombies, and seemingly chase away the elf. And in the basement of the manor, you found Mr. Carowin himself, Ozio Carowin. He was very distraught. He explained to you what happened at the party, or at least from his perspective. And seems like he kind of locked himself down in the cellar for the past few hours and hadn't had the courage to come out. You told him that his wife, too, had been transformed into a zombie and was not coming back anytime soon, which sent him into a state of despair, but you were thankfully able to calm him down and convince him to make his way to the Citadel to explain the situation so that guards might come down to take a look at what's happened here. You also performed a ritual on the... it's not technically a ritual, but it's a spell that's long enough to be a ritual. Object reading on a missing, or an ocarina that was left behind by the Verizian maestro himself. What? I'm sorry, I'm blanking on a lot of names right now, otherwise I would say the names. Ruin. Ruin Mirakova, who you've been asked to find. Thankfully, ? It seems like he may still be alive. He appears to have been taken somewhere else by Rolf Lamb, your nemesis, and a couple of his henchmen who seem to be at least dressed like the Queen's physicians. Same or very similar plague masks. They hauled him off to who knows where. When you arrived back at the Script and Scrimshaw, you found out that someone had left you a note. Someone who seems to know Mayhem's identity as Tullios Couldarn has given you a bit of information on some things that are not as they appear to be. But you also recalled that you had a meeting that you needed to attend with a Mr. Devargo Barvasi, the leader of Eel's End. So you took a rowboat out on the Jagare River to try and bypass the quarantine. Managed to slip past some ships in time to watch the demolition of some of the smaller bridges that lead to Old Corvosa, the little island to the north side of the city, or rather large island, rather. And you disembarked and went to Eel's End proper, where you were met with, well, nobody, except for a lone Tuggins, who seems to have abandoned his kind of sinking in favor of sleeping under a bench. He's informed you that Devargo passed away a few days ago of the plague, and now most of the others of Eel's End have left and or holding themselves up, or holding themselves up, holding. They're hiding, holding themselves up to try to avoid the plague that Devargo got. But he also informed me that Devargo seemed to avoid interacting with people, so it's very surprising that even he managed to catch it. Very curious indeed. But not taking no for an answer, you decided to go investigate his lair on your own. I think in hopes of finding any information that he might have had prior to his demise.
Indeed.
So, long-winded recap aside, let me go ahead and bring us... Light's not correct. I'm going to fix it later. Okay. And jump us over here. Alright.
Ooh.
So it's pretty late by this point. It's like 8 p.m. About that an hour. So it's dark. You guys might want lights or torches or something as you're walking onto the ships.
Light.
Do you mind, Regan?
Never. Wee.
Okay. So you guys are on. You've walked up onto the Eel's End main ship. These doors up ahead are the same doors that you went through the very first time you were here. Majenko kind of curls tightly like around your neck, Regan, and he seems to be kind of like shivering a bit.
Oh yeah, he is very. This is his place of trauma. It's okay.
Yeah, you try to pet him and soothe him, and he kind of calms down a bit, but he's still... You can see he's maybe trying to put on a little brave face going back here.
Aren't we all?
Indeed.
All right.
Please feel free to lead the way, Mayhem, as
I've
you
got
have both the key and the bravery to do this.
Thanks. I will unlock and then open the front door. Not really worrying about being quiet necessarily.
Yeah, the key inserts into the lock and twists, and the door creaks open. And inside you see the throne room. It's dark in here. The normal torches and things that would be lit are obviously not currently lit. There's still the leftovers of a feast on the tables. It's only been a few days, you imagine, so the food hasn't entirely gone bad, at least the stuff that's more preserved. It's a lot of like meats and cheeses and fish and things, so some of the fish have probably gone off. The breads are probably a bit stale. The cheeses are probably fine.
Yeah, not that hungry.
Empty throne, and then the cage where Majenko was originally kept. And then to your right, as you come in, there was like a little door.
Just looking around to see if there's any supplies left behind. Oh, I'm sorry, Char. Go ahead.
Oh no, just avoid the rug. I was noticing you were avoiding the rug and giving you a thumbs up.
Yeah, remembering your previous encounter here and the warning you were given about the rug, you avoid stepping on it, gingerly walking around it as you look around for anything interesting that might have been left behind. Aside from things like goblets and plates, which could fetch some good money if you hawk them. Not much of value lying around. You make your way up the stairs, or up the just short steps up to like a dais where the throne of Eelzen sits. It's kind of this wooden, like faux bone. It's like painted. It's like wood painted white, to look kind of like skeletal and spidery. It's decent quality, decent craftsmanship, nothing too fancy. There's like a simple white cushion on the seat of the throne, but nothing like itemy lying around there.
Is there a way to trigger the trap, or if there is a trap here? Is there actually a way
give me a perception check.
Sure. We'll do blind. That's what we do.
Big button labeled trapdoor.
That's what I was looking for, but maybe there's like a more secret button under one of the armrests or something, or maybe there's a lever.
Yeah, and that's exactly where you look, is the armrests, and you see that there is a mechanism, one of the kind of spider legs on the left armrest can move, and that looks like it's some kind of some kind of lever. And it's got, you can see like a wire that's kind of, or a cable that goes down into the floorboards.
That's reassuring to some degree, at least. Don't think it'll go off without us triggering it, but we want to get down quickly.
Should remove the rug. Yoink it.
I would, but I think it's attached to the floor on this map, so.
Actually, did I attach to the floor?
If I can, I will remove the rug.
It looks painted on.
There was a version I did of this map where I didn't paint it on, but I think that's not this version.
Which is fine.
But if you lift up the rug, you see underneath is basically a big trapdoor, the size of these 4 squares.
Oh, it's a huge
Lovely.
trap.
Is it like open in the middle and kind of fold in? Is that the idea, or does it just collapse?
It looks like it's 4 panels that all separate.
Okay, yeah, they almost kind of
and swing.
fall
Yeah,
away.
the 2 panels on each side swing down, and you would just plummet.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I think we'll take the stairs.
I think these are them here.
I don't see any other doors besides the ones we came in. So, is this one locked?
Ooh.
It is not.
Nope.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'll go last.
Okay.
The times I've gone first have always been tragic, so I'm
That's
good.
entirely fair. Let me see. I've got my nightstick in hand, and I will lead the way. Take these stairs.
So Mayhem goes trotting down the stairs. Felix follows, and Regan after.
Hey.
Okay, let me jump over to that floor with you. It's bright in here. One sec.
Well, we have lights on as well.
Oh, that's true, but I need to actually fix this. These maps are dark. I haven't configured them to work with the Foundry light regions and stuff. I think at the time they did not. Okay.
We walk down here
cool.
and suddenly the lights turn off.
You walk down the stairs and find yourselves in a narrow hallway. You can hear the water kind of splashing up against the side of the ship. You hear the creaking. And every floorboard you step on.
Yeah, not really good sneaking around here, but that's okay. Not sure how well you can surprise spiders.
As
So
you
many eyes.
as you come to the end of the hall, you can see there's a door here just in front of you, but then there's also, looks like the hall continues around the corner to your right.
Stepping out into the hall. Just in case. Mayhem turns the corner, and there's nothing. Which is
Yep,
good.
You see it, what looks like a larger kind of central hall. But yeah, no, otherwise it's fairly empty.
All right. Before opening this door, I'm actually going to try and take a listen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick up on chittering with all the water noise, but worth a shot.
Yeah, perception check, please.
More questions.
Okay. Do you hear anything there? I just realized I should probably have this part open. You hear a kind of low bubbling sound coming from the room ahead.
That's not the noise I was expecting.
It almost sounds like a pot of something boiling.
We found Devargo's hot tub.
Well, we have to check this out. Mayhem will turn to the others. Do you know of spiders that burble? Make
Do I
bubble
know of
noises?
any burbling spiders?
I'm asking because I.
I'm asking
That's what
Jason
I'm
if I
hearing.
know of any burbling spiders.
That'd be a nature check. Call knowledge on burbling spiders.
You know, the Corvosan burbling spider.
Look, there may be Corvosan burbling spiders that I'm just not aware of as a player. So
I'm thinking about my... Nature's not very good. Let's do it.
probably better than mine.
You think about it, and no, maybe there are some kind of. Maybe he's thinking of crabs.
There might be a bunch of crabs in there.
Burbling crabs.
Yeah, they bubble.
Well, either way, I'm hearing something, so be ready. And just taking another check down the hall, still don't see anything. We're going to try opening the door.
Crab battle.
The door creaks open and reveals what looks like an alchemy lab of sorts. There are a couple of stations of
All right.
Yeah.
chemical glassware and two cauldrons that appear to have little flames underneath them that are still lit, and the cauldrons themselves seem to be just kind of lightly boiling. They're on low. They're on simmer. But if you look into the contents, both of them seem to be fairly dry.
I would imagine.
There's like a little bit of residue at the bottom.
I imagine this is Corvosan's shiver production facility.
And we'll start by turning the burners off. So we don't light the thing on fire, if possible.
Arcana check?
Oh, if they're magical, that's fair. I will have a hard time with this. 3. And he goes to turn off the
Great.
fire and goes,
You take a point of fire damage.
ow!
Aren't you like a firefighter?
I don't usually deal in the magical stuff.
Oh.
And also, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not sure. There's some like weird runes here. You're not sure how to actually interact with them. Though you try to touch one spot of this like little burner tray that it's sitting on, and it's just incredibly hot and burns your hand slightly.
Regan, do you have, or Felix? You two seem like you're more inclined to whatever these runes are.
I mean, I could pour some holy water on it.
Are these the make hot runes?
Yeah, fairly basic. You can also attempt an Arcana check to figure out how to turn them on.
Let's do it. Da.
Yeah, on a 20, you succeed. And very kind of trivially cast, tap the runes with the tips of your paws. And you turn off both cauldrons.
If you've never encountered an induction stove before, they're weird to work with.
I can't say I have. I don't cook that much. Misty often does the cooking beyond my more basic fare.
Wait, how did this become it? This should be 24. It says expert plus 10, but my Arcana is plus 14.
Well, you did assurance, so...
Oh, you did assurance. It didn't include... when you do assurance, it does not include your modifier.
Oh, okay. It's just
So
a
it's-
plus 10.
Yeah, it's a solid
Yeah.
baseline,
I
but
thought it counted as a roll of 10.
Not quite. It's like a roll of 10 plus everything except for your skill modifier.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you rolled a 10 and then you subtract whatever your actual skill is
Yeah,
from it.
and you add your level and your modifier, your int modifier to it, and that'll be the 10, I believe.
Oh, sorry. Is that what it did?
Well, it's a flat 10 plus the
Yeah, okay.
level and your level and your int modifier, but doesn't include the actual training that you have. So that's where you get the 10 versus the 14 that you normally have.
It's the full. It's if you click on the actual 14 on your Arcana, it'll show you the proficiency part and the intelligence part. It's just the
yes.
proficiency part.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, the 10 without the plus 4.
Can I rifle through the boxes and barrels and crates around here to see what he left behind?
There's not a whole lot here, but you do find 3 doses of shiver. Looks like most of the vials here are haven't been filled yet. There are some crates of empty vials, but you are able to dig out 3 full vials of shiver.
Do we know the ingredients for shiver?
Ooh.
Spider venom,
Venom.
heat, hate.
Correct. Yeah, I think is it specifically Dream Spider Venom? I believe I said.
Possibly. I don't know if I have that note someplace.
Yeah, it's a particular type of spider venom. So, yes, Dream Spider Venom, yes. You also find just some barrels of alcohol, some barrels of water, and you might.
Yeah, I don't
There's
know that
also
I.
some vials of Dream Spider Venom, but that on its own doesn't really do anything. It has to be processed into shiver to
Which is,
have any use.
I would like to confiscate anything that's going to be turnable into shiver. So if we can take that along with us too. Honestly, I'll probably just destroy it once we're out of here. So it doesn't need to be a real item.
Feel free to
Okay,
take it.
Sure. Yeah, I'll assume that you've got that with the intention of destroying it.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
toss it in the river or
Throwing it
something.
in the
We're gonna
river.
get rid of the damn thing. I don't want any more shiver being made.
Yeah, I honestly like the empty vials would probably be the only valuable thing in the room. You know, it's hard to get a good jar.
Yes.
I mean,
You can always
they're
use
not going to be
a
used for
jar.
shiver, so feel free to take them for something else.
Is everyone in this town making shiver? It's a second
I-
guy. I actually don't think Regan knew he was. I think you two did somehow. And I never knew. Spring's just like, what?
Didn't
Yes, I
want to do
believe
it before,
Mayhem-
but yeah.
I think Mayhem figured it out, but did not say anything.
I don't remember how I
Shiver.
came to know it. It was in the back of my head.
Mayhem would have come by to deal with Devargo at some point if he already hadn't been dealt with. So
Rolf is probably making shiver.
we will be dealing with him soon enough. I'm going to go ahead and take the shiver for now. I'll just take all of it. And also we'll be disposing of that. Unless we determine there isn't really a great, like, counter serum besides the, what was it, Jolt Leaf, I think?
Yeah, Jolt Leaf can help recover from the effects and reduce withdrawal symptoms, but yeah, there's not really like a shiver antidote per se.
And that you can't really make out of it, so I'll just destroy it, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, you smash a few vials, pick some stuff up.
Not smashing vials in here yet.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I don't know what's in here,
Future smash
and I'm
vials.
trying to be somewhat quiet. Otherwise, we would have actually just destroyed the whole room. That would have been a lot
Destroy
easier.
the whole boat.
All right, you grab materials for destruction later.
Yes, we will be destroying later. But we'll head over to this door here on the west side of the room now that we've cleared it enough. And we'll open it into that larger hallway, it looks like.
Okay. Yep. You connect to the larger hallway where there are two kind of big wooden poles. To the south, you see two doors across from each other, but also a big open space that drops down into the water.
Great.
There is a rope tied around one of these mast poles and is kind of dangling over the edge. Otherwise, behind you, there's two double doors that lead to the kind of front of the ship. There's another door like down the hallway just beside those double doors. And yeah, that's basically it. So we have two different doors by the rope, the pit that the rope drops down into, the double doors lead to the hall, and this single door. A lot of doors for you.
It's a paizo map. What do we expect?
I guess there was a way into the boat from under.
Yeah, I wanted to go look at the rope dangling in the water. Is it sort of floating free, unattached, or is something weighing it down?
So the rope is tied to this mast here.
But it's not in the water.
It's dangling down. There's an entire. It looks like this is the hull of the ship, and it's like partially flooded.
Oh.
So you could drop down. Like there's a whole nother level down there, and this rope doesn't go all the way down into the water. It only goes about. It goes like 10 feet down, and then there's another 10 feet into to reach the water itself.
Okay. I was wondering if something was at the end of the rope submerged in the water. It's a nice way to hide
No.
things.
Nope.
Cool. Not going in there.
Fair enough.
Well, Mayhem, pick your favorite door.
Might as well check these two right here. So I'm over here next to the east side next to the water, so I'll try that door first.
Okay. You open the door and reveal what looks like an office. There's kind of a nice wooden seat here on one side of the desk. It looks like there's a couple other seats for presumably prospective Eels End enforcers to do their interviews. There's a little pot with some nice flowers that are a little wilted since it's been a couple days now since they've probably been watered.
Lovely.
I see papers to rifle through.
That's the plan.
Well, as you approach, you can see that it looks like these papers have been rifled through. Drawers are open. Things like a couple of papers are on the floor. There's still definitely papers here, but it's kind of scattered. A lot of these seem to be like business records, IOUs, from various people who might have had dealings with Devargo. It's a lot to sort of just go through, but I suppose... what's the best way to handle this? I'm going to maybe create an item, and I'm just going to call it Devargo's Documents.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to just taking the lot and sorting through it later once we're not here anymore.
I mean, you can certainly dig through it for other things, but this would be allows you to do a society check to learn about Devargo's dealings. Gain a +2 circumstance bonus to that check. And do I have like a document icon? How do I care about this right now? I'll give it an icon later. All right. Create a new file. There's Devargo's Documents. Oh, whoops! I had my chat covered up. Hello, Rolltails. Goodbye, Rolltails. Continue looking. Clearly, Tully needs to spend more time working and less time gallivanting with his friends.
I'm always on the job. Well, if we got those papers, is there anything else in the desk? You said it was rifled through already, though. So.
Yeah, it looks like there were maybe some coin purses. Those look empty. You do find let's see, like 14 copper pinches that have kind of scattered onto the floor, probably when someone dropped a purse of money. You can dig through the documents for specific things, but I don't know what specifically you're looking for, so it'll sort of depend.
The thing on at least my mind would be finding any information that's recent, like who has been entering the city that is new. This was the information we asked of Devargo.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a society check if you want to take the sort of 10 minutes to rifle through these.
Sure. And you said a +2 circumstance bonus?
Yep. And multiple people. This will be 10 minutes, so you can, if you all want to look through the documents, you can.
I would love to.
Please. Boop, boop, boop. Clicky.
And what was the skill?
Society.
A society.
Society.
All right, thank you. Let's rustle through them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask each of you what you're searching for, but Felix, it sounds like you were searching for anything related to people coming to the city recently.
Yeah.
You do find a bundle of scrolls. They're actually they were tucked into one of the open desk drawers, but seemingly haven't been rifled through. And they look fairly new, newer than a lot of the other documents here. And it's just 3 scrolls with a lot of, as you unfold it, it looks like a list of various names. And most of them I think you wouldn't recognize. But one in particular, you do. Or maybe not you specifically, but Mayhem might. Reiner Davalos. These seem to be a
Yes.
list of the Queen's physicians
That would make sense.
and their various hometowns.
Which are?
And most of them seem to come from various places around Verzia. Let's see. I had something about Reiner, though. If I could find it. Yeah, let's see. There's a note that he served Queen Iliosa's family in Egorian, the capital of Cheliax. That's Egorian. But there's kind of a note under that. Does not seem to be known to contacts in Egorian.
Curiously, is that the only name or only person that he seemed to track their location to, or do the others
There-
seem to check out as far as where they say that they're coming from?
He doesn't seem to have been able to confirm the home locations of any of these doctors. There's question marks all over the place, and none of them seem to have a confirmed. A couple of them seem to have slightly conflicting stories. Actually, one came from Hars, and that one seems to have checked out. That's the only one on the list.
Note that one. We're going to talk to that guy. We might go talk to that guy. Because if we can at least confirm that some of them are honest, that would be positive, but otherwise I'm getting the impression that all of these people were brought in for a purpose, and right now my thought is that purpose is to actually spread the plague and not end it. They wouldn't hide where they were coming from if they were here to do good.
Oh yeah, the other places that the doctors seem to come from are places like Hars, Palin's Cove, and Veldrain. Hars, Palin's Cove, Veldrain. Okay, that's what Felix finds. Mayhem, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for some names, specifically any names that we can. If these are information that, if this is a list of documents of blackmail or information they've got on certain people, I would love to see if there's any names in there that we can make use of, either by doing a good favor and being here, you don't have to worry about it anymore, or possibly having to make use of it ourselves. So if there's anybody, I'm looking for anybody in the guard, anybody in the Grey Maidens especially, that we could possibly have contact with, anybody in the castle, or I think that's really it. It's going to be either people in the castle, people in the guard, or people in the Grey Maidens that I'm looking to see if we have connections with, that Devargo specifically had connections with here, that we can make use of.
Okay. Think about that for a sec.
You can also come back to me.
So that you did get a success, but it doesn't look like he has any contacts in the castle. or the Grey Maidens. But you do find a couple of names of your co-workers in the guard.
Yeah.
Namely, two of the detectives. Who seem to maybe come to you find some documents where he's clearly exchanged money for information to them.
Okay. But so out of these notes, does it seem like the dealings with these detectives have been more or less money for information, or is there some actual illicit activity going on, or is it that the detectives are just kind of looking past certain things that they're aware of here?
Yeah, you think it's that they're probably looking past, in addition to paying him for the info, they're probably also looking past crimes here.
Okay. Well, Mayhem will be having a conversation with them later. But
yeah, it looks like he doesn't have any sort of inroads with the crown. Regan, what are you looking for?
Alright, I'm looking for 3 things. Any information about Neolandis, since he was last seen in Old Corvosa. Any information about Rolth or his pals, and any information about us. I don't know if I succeeded, but that's what I'd be looking for.
You did in fact critically succeed, so I'll give you 2 of those.
Woo!
Pick 2.
Neolandis is my number 1.
That's a good
and
Okay.
I kind of want to know if he learned about us, but I feel like that's a fool's errand because he.
I was like, I know all about us.
Right.
But what did he know?
I'm like, maybe he knows someone watching us, but probably would be better to get information on Rolth.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going for Neolandis and Roll.
Yeah, later we can look for information on us.
Okay. You find what seem to be some scrawled notes after a meeting with Blackjack. He writes as much. That Blackjack came to ask for information on Neolandis, and a note that he'd be do I know the exact date? This was on, I think, the 17th of Callistrol. That he had some meeting with Blackjack, asking about Neolandis. Wait, is that right? Sorry, the 19th.
Oh, even closer.
Yeah, he had a meeting with Blackjack who was asking about Neolandis, and he said that he would collect information and get back to him the next day. On Star Day, it sounds like he handed over those documents pertaining to the rumors of Neolandis being seen in Old Corvosa.
No second copy, just a reference to it.
Yeah, no carbon
Just the
copy.
reference in his notes that he gave him the information.
Ah, boo.
Well, we're already here, so I suppose instead of leaving for tonight, we might actually want to follow that lead.
And
We're not
then
entirely sure how we get back.
information on Rolf.
That jerk.
Just a stack of corpse receipts.
Maybe the information on us would have been fun.
You do actually find some notes on some deals that he's made with Roll.
Ah, of course.
These largely seem to be for kind of smuggling or information to connect him to basically like necromantic material smuggling, getting magical components that are illegal, that sort of thing.
Is there like a list of things that he got?
I
can just, like,
yes.
pull out and pocket.
Yeah. There's a list of things there. It looks like there's more. There would be more information than is here, but some of that has been taken out already by whoever was here last. But you can see like a couple of entries of like things that the types of shipments he helped him find. In addition, you also see connections to Gadron land, sort of separately from Roll, of shipping him large quantities of shiver.
Shipping? Who was shipping who?
Devargo was passing on was manufacturing shiver and giving it to Gadron.
Oh my god. Well, he's dead now, but
Which is
what
good.
a thing to learn.
Because if he wasn't, he would be.
Yeah, he definitely would be dead eventually.
Yes, eventually.
There is a note about seeing Rolf. This is it's like a folded note tucked into some other papers. It seems to be written in a different hand, so maybe somebody like an informant. That describes seeing Rolf sneaking around in the Midlands at night. And this is a fairly recent note.
Okay. I have to go to my Rolf quest notes. He's sneaking around. I wonder what he's up to in the Midlands.
Specifically in West Docks.
Oh.
Rolf's been seen around West Docks, which is near where we are,
Recently.
and near where his father was.
Oh my god. Oh! And that note said that there was something there. Was that where the... I don't remember what it
Might be.
was. The warehouse was.
I believe so.
You still have that letter? Oh, I didn't.
I was looking for it, couldn't find it, so.
Oh, yeah, I think I failed to make it available to you. Let me change that. Configure ownership. All players can observe it.
Yay, mysteriously.
Okay.
There you go. Yes.
Oh, there it is. The warehouse.
Free to look at that again.
Yeah, the old warehouse in West Dock. It has a secret basement. And is now a clinic.
Do we look for Neolandis, or do we want to try and head back and see if we can investigate this warehouse? We can do one and then the other. I'm just not sure which order is best.
Well, I don't know because they both seem very important.
They do.
Do we have more than a vague area of the city for Neolandis? Like, do we have a place to go look at? Or are we going to be wandering around a quarantined part of a city going, hey, you here?
I think it is. we have less information on him because currently Blackjack has the information that we would want to have. So I guess it makes more sense to follow the lead that has like some solid markers. Yeah.
That just means we have to get back into Old Corvosa at some point.
Oh, that's easy.
Is it?
Just gotta be
I had to
super
swim.
invisible. Yeah. Well, it's easy for me.
Easy
I
for
felt
some
it
of
was
us,
pretty
perhaps.
easy. Yeah.
But I also, I mean, we got reasonably lucky this time. I don't know if it'll always be so easy.
That's true.
But I'm not saying we can't. I'm just noting we're here.
Yeah, we could like spend the night. Yeah, I just don't know where we'd start for that. I guess we'd start in Old Corvosa, obviously, but
Yeah,
The,
that's. I'm also drawing a blank. Like I don't know where to go and what to do. That's
There
I
is,
can't see that.
The training school that Lizdy's been training at. I'm forgetting the gentleman's name off the top of my head.
I have his
It's in
name.
my notes someplace.
The
Vin
Orsini
Carlo.
Academy. Vin
Yes,
Carlo.
Mr.
Yeah.
Vin Carlo. That's the name I was trying to remember. Thank you. We could try and inquire and see if he might have some follow-up.
Maybe.
Last you heard, Vin Carlo was going out of town.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
We
He-
heard a lot of things.
Maybe
True.
he left us a gift, a little note. Maybe probably not, but maybe.
If nothing else, his school would be a place to hide out. I imagine even if he's not here. I don't think he would mind as long as we keep to ourselves and don't make a mess of things. But if we want to head back to Midland, I would not mind investigating this warehouse.
Yeah, let's finish clearing this place out and
Yes.
see how well we fare. Because if the rest of the evening goes quietly, maybe we'll feel some emboldenedness to go spend the night in the academy. If it doesn't go so well, maybe we're limping out in the boat barely alive.
Well, you phrase it as like back when I was a youngster and we were trying to convince each other to go hide out in the haunted factory for the night. I don't think the school's going to be haunted, but
Oh, totally haunted.
super. All right. Did you want to check that door or this one up here?
Yeah, there's two doors in this room. One to the north, one to the south.
The south
The
door.
one on in the south has a padlock on it.
Let's start with the one to the north.
Okay. You open the door to the north.
I'm not worried about people breaking out of the padlocked room.
The northern door seems to open into a bedroom. A rather nice looking bedroom too. There's
chest.
a bit of blood on the sheets. There is a chest on the ground there.
I'm going to ignore... If I see the blood, that's going to catch my attention before the chest. Blood on the sheets.
Yes. Largely around one of the pillows.
Yeah, Devargo's deathbed. Not going to touch that. But I would go check out the chest.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Uh,
Does this look... Is it actually blood that is kind of comes over people with blood veil, or is it just like whatever the effect is causes that kind of look on them where it's more flushed or whatever towards the top, or is it actually blood that starts to seep out?
Yeah, so you start to get these like blood-filled like pustules all over kind of your face, your arms. They do start to kind of pop and ooze blood. And once it gets bad enough, you do start coughing up a bit of blood.
Is that what this looks like?
Yes, given that it's not like an obscene amount of blood. It's just
Okay, so
it's
just
a
little...
noticeable amount of blood on the he's got like nice white linens, and that blood stands out pretty dramatically
Notably.
against it.
Well, as long as it's not other kinds of blood, then that's more appropriate. Do you see anything in the chest there, Felix?
I don't know, do I?
The chest is locked.
I have a thieves' toolkit.
All right. Give me a disabled device with thievery.
Oh, where is that button? That's just thievery.
Yes.
Thievery.
Doot, 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 doot.
That is a 33. That was a crit success. So that's 2 pins. That might actually already be enough. Yes, that is already enough. You succeed. You very quickly go to town.
It's a nice lock.
All right, let me find the. Where did I put that?
If it was that easy, it sounds like it was a poor lock.
All because I'm good at opening them doesn't mean that wasn't a nice lock.
Fair enough.
They're fun puzzles.
He said it was nice, not a challenge. Originally a beautiful lock, but not a challenging lock.
Yeah.
Creative
Gorgeous
Devargo's chest.
decorations.
I can't find it. I will put it here, and I'm gonna fill it with items.
Would you guess that Devargo would buy himself pretty things?
Shocking.
Let's see.
It is of note that his body was removed.
Yes. And this place has been picked through already.
Yes.
Oh, whoops. This one was that. All right. There's a really nice game set. I forget the name of the game, but the chess-like dragon chess. Is that the Pathfinder one? There's a really nice chess set made of like white and gold. There is a rather large opal. What did that become? It's not that. Shoot, I have to.
I feel like that fancy dragon chest set. You might want to exchange it for something a little bit more mundane for the inn, but it's a nice idea, actually.
Give people something to play.
Yeah. Just not this. I think they would just steal it.
Yeah.
There's a. This should actually be a ring of gentle landing.
Ooh.
Allows you to basically, unlike a regular wand, it's always in your hand since it's a ring. But you can use it like a wand to cast Featherfall, which doesn't exist anymore. It is now gentle landing. Let's see. There is a scroll of blur. I apologize to the audience if I keep moving the mic.
Place random songs from the band Blur.
There are 6 sacks of gold sails with a total of it's 500 gold sails and there's actually a separate sack that looks newer, quite new actually, that has about 200 silver shields. And then there should be 2 pouches of dust of appearance.
Dust of appearance.
Yes.
That seems like would be handy.
And 1 major elixir of life. Oh, no, not major. Fuck. That's
Ooh.
way too powerful. Sorry, I think I did that one. Yeah, there we go. It's the greater elixir of life.
It's
Still very strong.
Solid. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go and take the Dust of Appearance. If I put Dust of Appearance with Dust of Disappearance, what happens?
No one's ever tried that before.
I'm gonna cause everything to implode.
This breaks the game.
Fireworks. You just get dust.
That's it. It's just straight up dust.
I guess it just counteracts.
I imagine so. I'm not sure, but
That's a lot of glitter.
that is a lot of glitter. It will never come out. Awful.
I can't cast blur, so I don't know that I can. But
does
there's
seem
not a.
And it's illusion spell too.
Yeah.
Oh, is blur not on the? Oh, you mean that you don't have blur as a spell? I see.
Yeah, but blur is not my school of magic.
Oh, is it not? It's not actually a cult at all.
A cult.
No, it is illusion and delusion. That's the tags on.
But it will. It might be of a different school. It's a arcane.
Oh, traditions. It's in the details tab.
Okay.
Yeah,
It is
arcane
occult. Okay.
There
No,
it is.
never
You
mind then.
would cast that.
I'm like, I feel like it should be a cult.
Yeah, both of us can cast this.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as the ring goes, I mean, Regan, do you?
I
Do
can
you-
cast
would that be-
this.
Yeah, I mean, that would seems like an appropriate thing for you to have.
Yeah, I'm like, I believe I'm the only one who can cast this.
Entirely possible.
Primal and arcane.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely is.
And feel free to take the
Podcast.
scroll of blur. I actually already have one. So
I can also learn this off of the scroll.
That's even better.
so- Or I can try. But not right this time. Yeah, I will grab those.
There's also an empty folder with the label Ambassador Ampre.
I remember him.
But it's empty.
It is empty.
I don't like that.
I'll take that elixir of life.
Wait, the ring. It just sits there. Okay.
We'll take some of the funds out for ourselves.
Yeah. Regan, I think your share will be what's left in a second.
Great. I'm like trying to read
You're taking
everyone's.
out
I'm like, what do I
the
take?
gold and the silver.
Yes.
Yes, just kind of divvying that up very quickly.
Oops.
So that I don't end up with all of it this time.
I feel like you open your little like whatever it is. You're like, I'm actually super rich, but
There's always money in a script in Scrimshaw.
Mm.
you burned it down. What's wrong with you? Actually, I think these might be fireproof to a degree.
The building here?
The-
No,
The money.
Money.
Money. Oh
Might
yes,
be.
the money I'm sure is fine.
It's not
I'm
like paper
pretty sure we
money.
can burn down this building though.
Yeah, we can burn down the ship. Ah, I don't
That's
like that.
Yeah, that's
I don't
disturbing.
like that.
Da-da-da-da.
I don't see anything.
Would anyone like to use hero points?
For what? What am I using them for?
Or nothing.
Is this my role?
This passive perception thing.
What role is this?
I would like to use a hero point.
All right, you can. Tully uses the
How many do
hero
I
point.
I'll use one. I don't know what this is.
I don't
So,
either,
gonna
so
use
I'm going to find out.
Yeah, I
I'd be very, very mad.
Stop rolling these dice.
let me see. The reroll using arrow point. Roll.
Is there a
Well,
spider on like the ceiling?
is anybody else using a hero point or just Tully?
Oh, I
Think-
used one.
Yeah, Reagan.
Oh, you used one?
volunteered
Okay. Sorry. Reagan's also using a hero point.
Can't just scare me.
Oh, I can. Okay. And no hero point from Felix?
Fine, peer pressure got me.
Yeah, reroll your natural.
You don't have to. All right.
Do we all do great?
That may have been beneficial for one or more of you.
That was a very
Do we
enough
know?
statement, Jason. That may have done something for somebody.
All right, continue.
Oh, nothing happens. Okay.
I mean, Mayhem doesn't seem to notice anything, I guess.
No, yeah, you don't
Oh.
notice anything, despite the rolling that's happening. That's scaring
Ambassador.
the players. You don't see anything.
Oh god, I think I know what's going on. But my character has no idea, so hey, free gold.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't
Character
either.
doesn't know what's going on. That's great
Well,
news.
I'm going to just throw out there the possibility that Devargo somehow got sick, despite the fact that nobody really came by and he didn't go out at all. So
Oh,
another means of distribution might be,
Oh,
method,
yes.
which might include things like money that was planted on him
oh my God! It's a magical
that we
disease.
just all divvied up and took without checking. But
Are
again,
these
And
magic-
Jason said that one of the bags was much newer than the other.
yep, entirely above the table.
I
Mayhem has
can't
no
be
idea.
suspicious though.
That's what I'm saying.
because
Mayhem has no clue.
I don't know what's going on.
Jason is very much so taking drinks right now and not saying a thing, which is smart.
You
But-
can be suspicious of that newer bag if you want.
You should be suspicious because I wouldn't be. I just think it was money.
I will look at the money, the funds, and the bag to see if there's anything suspicious about it. But I don't think that Mayhem would have had that idea quite yet. I had that
Okay.
idea because we're rolling for something I didn't know about. So
Yeah, you can give me perception.
question marks.
That new bag of coins is pretty interesting. A lot of these look pretty. It's a mix, but there's a lot of like freshly minted coins in here. It's pretty rare to have a big bag of coins and have most of them be fairly new.
It would be strange, and for that matter, I'm impressed that the mints are still running at full bore right
Oh,
now.
they're definitely not right now.
So where would we get fresh coins from, if that were the case?
The treasury, perhaps. Like the treasury is going to have fresh coins that were minted,
Sure,
but like they're
uncirculated
just not.
coinage,
Yeah,
which
uncirculated coins.
implies that somehow these funds came directly from the castle's treasury, which is
Not all of them are Corvosan coins, though. Some of them are new coins from Magnamar, from Ustalov, from Riddleport, some from Cheliax.
so just a mixture of fresh coins and old coins from all over. This is from the ambassador, is that right? We think?
No, there was a separate folder that had the ambassador's name written on it, seemingly in Devargo's handwriting, judging by all the other Devargo writing you've seen. But the folder was empty.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh,
Um,
ooh.
And he was the ambassador to Cheliax.
Could I look at my pile of Devargo notes and see what the last piece of business was, like chronologically speaking.
Sure. Give me another society check. It would take another 10 minutes if you're going to do that. Mayhem's closing the
Close
door.
the door.
Are there any spiders on the ceiling? Or under the bed?
You look up, you see a tiny spider. Just like a
Hi.
single little spider.
That's okay.
Okay, you're looking for the most recent transactions that you can find.
Yes.
The most recent meeting is with shoot, one second, I have to find their name. I have a table of names, I think. Not there. Loading. Here we go. Where is your name? This name I have not mentioned much. I might have mentioned it one time. There's so many people. You say Giorgio Manos?
I'm going through the things listed here. That was one of the names that popped out at me.
Oh, right. I forgot I used that name here.
You did. You used Giorgio Manos here. Was it Megan Prescott? I don't know. Some of these names don't have context. Some of them do. I managed to misspell Devargo throughout all this. It looks like
name.
Eleanor Bromathan? Eleanor?
I'm gonna find it as soon as I stop looking. Ah, there it is. Someone by the name of Boole. B-O-U-L-E.
Bool.
That's one of the names I have without any context. Damn it.
Bool. Well, now we know Bool is someone you can meet with.
Yes, he has notes about. Seems like he had a weekly standing meeting with Boole to discuss territory
Was that related to the Cerulean
and
Society?
payments.
That's the
Yes.
note I have right above that.
Yes,
Maybe
it
she
is related
remember.
to the Cerulean Society.
Okay.
A society check, if you will.
Yeah, let me find that. Here we go. More
Big
questions?
Bool.
Yeah, that's the guild leader of the Cerulean
Oh.
Society.
Of course. Y'all are gonna love my notes. They're just the worst.
Yeah, he is the Boole is the big boss of the Cerulean Society. He manages everything they do.
Good times.
Yeah,
Bool.
but that gives us a lead at least.
Another lead to go on, presuming that all three of us make it out of here alive and disease free.
It's a magical disease.
Well, we'll stay away from the pillows and hopefully won't catch anything.
Here's hoping that we stay healthy.
For that matter, if Boole was the last person that he met with before he died, we should probably track her down and make sure she's not dead too.
Frankly, I should be doing this constantly. Of detecting
Detect
magic
magic.
at all times. She would actually detect on the pillow first, and then around.
30 foot.
Just curious.
Aside from the items that you already found, no, you don't find any magic on the bed.
I'm telling you, I don't care. It's a magical disease. I'm convinced. No. guess like he wasn't a very magical person to my knowledge.
Who, Devargo?
Yeah, I don't know if he was, but
He seemed
Was-
to have some kind of magical spider powers, but that was unclear whether or not that was actually true, aside from the spiders that he carried around with him.
Was that magic or just weird hobbies?
I thought he just had
And Milos.
friends.
Unclear.
Maybe
might
he had,
have had,
he's
like,
like,
a magic item?
druidy.
There were
Well,
rumors that he could control spiders.
Well, Felix, do you want to try this padlock, or should we just leave it and call it good?
Can I give a listen to hear if there's like, I don't know, something horrific on the other side scratching its way out?
Some burbling spiders?
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me perception.
Another hot tub full of spiders?
Oh, no. No, I don't need that.
Oh
Nobody needs
no! This hot tub is filled with spiders.
It's a hot tub, but it's all spiders.
It's no water.
Okay. You lean against the door to kind of have a listen. And as you kind of like press against the door, there's like the door has like a little bit of a give, and like 10 tiny little spiders come like spewing out of the like cracks around the door
The
frame.
spider closet.
All in favor of not opening this door?
I have a question.
Yes?
Like when I know it's a great time for questions and thinking, but was he like nice to the spiders, or was he controlling the spiders and then he lost his magic and then the spiders attacked him? Like, was it what control spells do we have that
How can we
aren't
control spiders? Yeah.
like hang, because druids like hang out with animals. This guy I don't think was like very druidy. So I'm like, was he controlling these spiders against their will? Because they would be very angry and they would attack him if he stopped controlling them. There might be a lot of angry spiders in that closet.
Oh dear. Well, we can either leave it and just hope that nothing happens, or we can try and go in and clear it out.
See, I don't want to be covered in spiders.
I really don't either. I'm not very happy about any of this at all.
But if they're upset and want to be free, that's not my job either.
I
You
am
should-
less concerned if the spiders
Yeah.
want to be free.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, I'm
Might
not
be
super
help.
concerned about it. Because
Yeah,
I don't. I
you're
think
muted,
they'll
Alex.
bite me.
You're
I
muted,
can't
Alex,
talk to
yeah.
animals.
We didn't make this problem. I don't know that we have an obligation to fix this problem.
Yeah.
The moment the bunch of spiders came out of the door, Felix backed the hell away from that door.
I was
Maybe
curious
this'll
why they
do.
all bit him though, and now I'm starting to think, and Regan's gonna like walk out too, that he wasn't friends with any of these spiders.
I imagine he had some manner of control, but if he
I think
doesn't
he's
have
just
that
a
anymore,
really
it doesn't
bad
matter.
guy. Like, you gotta be pretty bad to like give
He-
spiders a bad time.
He was making shiver.
Yeah, that's pretty bad too. I
Yeah.
didn't know that until today.
He was going to pay for it regardless, but it seems that judgment came for him early.
Those
I'm
poor
going to try this door
spiders.
here to the west.
Sure.
Hey, a skeleton.
You open the door to the west, and yeah, you see a room filled with kind of straw and hay, and the skeleton of maybe a halfling chained to the wall. They've been stripped of their clothes. And their flesh.
Are Are the bones yellowing with age, or is it just been stripped of the meaty bits?
Like there's still like bits of rotten meat. Some flies buzz around.
So it's slowly decaying off, but not entirely off.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to need to go in there. I'm closing the door that leads to the spiders. So that there's more between us and the spiders.
Cool.
If Mayhem had to go into that battle, he would have had like a fear effect on him the whole time. It would not have been-
I mean, Regan, just to put it out there, it is totally in bounds to burn this place to the ground.
It is really not.
100% in bounds.
It is really not.
We could jump in the water. We'd be not here anymore.
There is the rest of the city nearby, and you don't have the means to control the flames.
Do you think spiders can swim? Like,
Regan,
we can-
why would you suggest it? I did not even want to imagine that they could have escaped such circumstances, but now I'm worried that they're going to just jump into this water and swim.
well, I was mostly thinking about like if they had a little hole to be free, would they just swim away? Would it be a
I
non-issue?
think if we just freed them, it would be fine.
Yeah, but not. Don't open the door. Like go far away from the boat as we're like rowing away, and just like. Pooh.
Can we set an explosive and then detonate it from a distance? Is what it sounds like.
No,
you're
just
suggesting.
I mean, they're not very big
No, it's-
spiders.
Not a big explosive, just something to make a hole in the boat that they can get out.
It's a little.
I mean, make a hole in that door. I would be happy with just leaving them away out of that room.
just on the
Is
other like when we're not near them.
Yeah, we need to be on the other side of the river
Yeah.
when
and
we
then,
trigger this.
Like,
What we'll do is we will trick the boats that are preventing people from getting over here to fire at us. But they will end up firing on this boat, and then the spiders can get out through the hole, and or the boat will sink and drown the spiders, and it's not my problem anymore either way.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think it's a big problem.
I'm opening this door to the right.
Are you sure you don't want to become the Spider Liberation Front?
No, I'm thinking of Greshy now and how he would certainly be like, we have to.
Gresham
Wow.
Mayhem is freaking the fuck out about the fact that there are probably spiders in here, but is
I
trying to
love this
bring it out.
of having like the two druids and then being like, should we freeze first? Whatever.
Well,
They're kind of scary.
you finally open the door after discussing the spiders for a while to reveal a set of privies. It kind
Ooh.
of smells in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, you don't want to investigate that, okay.
Did you want to? Be my guest,
Nope.
Reed.
I don't think he's hiding anything in the toilets. And if he is, good for him. I didn't find it. That was a smart move.
All right,
Make
one
scowls
last set of
and
doors.
steps back towards the privy and
Oh
starts
yeah,
to read just
if
in
you open
case.
those, I'm gonna walk over here.
Reagan said that, and now Mayhem's like, oh gosh, he would do something like that, wouldn't he? Jackass.
Yeah,
Ugh.
he's like, that was a huge joke, but go for it.
Mayhem is going
Well-
for it. He's gonna go check a look.
Check
Falling
back.
to peer pressure, Mayhem decides to search the privies.
There was no peer pressure, in fact.
All of the peer pressure. That
I'm not going to make you roll any perception checks here. You do not find anything in the privies of value.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mayhem is trying not to retch as he stumbles back out.
Just going through my bag looking for things to burn this to the ground.
Doo-doo room.
They definitely need to clean that out. But you're right, nothing in there.
2 doors left.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand back because I know there's like a critter in here, and I don't know if they're all behind that door. So I'll be
That's fair.
over here.
Opening the door to
Good
the
luck.
northeast.
All right,
Oh,
door to the north.
probably.
You open both doors to the north. It's a storage room. There's a lot of crates in here, all piled up. It's
Doing
like
a quick
a
look
large.
over, have they labeled it all? And are there any more ingredients for shiver?
No shiver ingredients. Let me see if there's anything actually of value. I don't think so.
This is Devargo's like spider training manual collection.
No, I think it's strictly just storage. It's like It's storage for the other ships at Eel's End.
Oh, okay.
Not much in the way of like products carried here, but let me double check. What is this room?
This is where all of the bar snacks that Tuggins would serve at the bar. This is just the supply.
Yeah, the forward
Snacks.
hold. There's food here, firewood, barrels of fresh water. Yeah, it's mostly just supplies.
Fair enough.
Feels like things Tuggins would need if he actually wants to
Well,
try to become
know
the
that's here.
emperor of. I guess I don't have light on me.
Is there anything in here you all want?
To be not here anymore.
And in this room, is there anything in here you need?
No, I don't think there is.
There's technically like enough stuff here to have a full alchemist's lab if you wanted it.
Speak now.
I don't
I don't
know
think
if you
I
have the
want
room to carry such a thing.
it. Can it fit in my bag?
It's
Could-
6 bulk of materials.
Oh gosh.
I could barely fit that in my bag of my spacious pouch. But I have no interest. So, barring anyone else deciding they want it, Mayhem is going to start smashing.
Let me see
And
if
will
this fits.
smash everything that was used to make Shiver in here.
We can smash as Regan tries to fit things into her bag. Like, oh. will
Yeah,
this
like
fit?
maybe you want. I imagine you might actually make.
Oh, I'm super encumbered.
Into the bag of holding with it.
You are stuck.
Spacious pouch, excuse me.
Yeah, where did it? Where did this go?
It's probably in your equipment someplace.
Oh yeah, looks like it went into your
Oh yeah,
equipment.
there it is. All right, let's see.
And you
It
stuff
it looks like it should fit into the spacious pouch.
Seems to have fit in.
Yep, there you go. 24 out of 25 capacity.
Yes. And
You
to
cram
my
all
formless
of the
will go.
the vials and tubes and things into the spacious pouch. Now you have all the components for an alchemy lab, should you need one.
I don't know if I'll need one.
Well, if we ever need to dissect some potions or something, figure out what
Ooh.
they are.
Can we set this up in one of Felix's closets?
You have room?
You could.
Yeah. I assume they won't let you have this at the school.
Oh, that doesn't bother me. I just don't think I have room in my dorm.
Are you guys just leaving? It looks like
We
you're
are.
walking out.
Having
Okay.
completed packing things and smashing
Yeah,
things.
having noped out of spider encounter.
What do you think the
Yeah.
big thing was? Do you think it's behind the door? Do you think it was just a huge spider pit? Like there were spiders all over the pit, and there was a big spider in the middle.
You want to go back there?
I don't want to see it, but do you think?
The concern I have is that there were probably dream spiders in there, or something. Somehow that was how Devargo was getting the ingredients necessary for Shiver. I don't know how to fight dream spiders. I don't know what dream spiders do. I just know they're spiders, based on the name.
What do dream
So-
spiders do? Do I know anything about dream spiders?
Yeah, you could give me a what are I have to check what
What are
type
dream
of-
spiders
It'd probably nature for dream spiders.
Great, I'm really good at nature. Why?
Yeah, it'd be nature.
They're so natural.
Yeah, you know that dream spiders, they shoot web and they have fangs to bite. They're pretty big. I mean, like for a spider, they're quite big. They're like as big as a child.
Oh,
Yeah, they can trap you with their webs, and they have a moderately powerful poison that induces poison damage and stupefy.
okay.
So it kind of makes you a bit loopy.
unless we want to try drowning this, or sinking this whole ship.
I think this is the empire of Tuggins now.
Tuggins can have the spiders.
Yep.
We should probably warn him about those, just to confirm that they're likely in there and he should leave it alone.
And they're angry.
They're probably starving.
They're angry, they're hungry, and they don't want to see anyone. They aren't taking visitors.
Yeah. We'll let Tuggins know on our way out, but we should probably figure out where we're headed next, since we're still stuck in Old Corvosa.
If we want to try to make it out under the cover of darkness, we should leave now. If we are going to stay, the academy seems like the nearest friendly place that we know about. And by nearest, I mean literally on the other end of town.
3/4 the way across town.
But I would take a friendly place over anything else.
What do you think, Regan? Are they going to miss you at school tonight, or should we head back?
Well, it's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Friday.
Okay.
Like all weekend. Though I would like to get back to the library at some point. It doesn't have to be tonight.
Why don't we try and find our way back tonight? As much as I'd like to do investigations with the Seneschal, we don't really have a lead beyond somewhere.
Indeed.
Or at least we have some slightly better idea of where this warehouse is supposed to be at.
Yeah, we have a very firm lead for that warehouse.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we'll make our way back to the boat. And I think it's the same gambit, but in reverse.
What did we end up doing last time?
Went invisible, and Mayhem acted like our outboard motor as we ghosted past the ships surrounding Eel's End.
The downside this time is I won't have a full 10 minutes. I will have a total of 2 minutes. I'm sorry, I will have a total of 1 minute.
Well,
Because I can't reattach this. So
fast.
I have dragon turtle scales, but I don't have any more potions of swim.
One moment, let me poke around. You're not the only person who keeps everything.
All of these things are useful.
Yeah, check the boat. There's a potion of swimming.
Oh. Well, that's convenient.
I keep the things with the things.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just sitting under under one of the seats.
Just reach under and grab that. Okay.
And there's like full-on potion of water breathing too for an hour's effect.
I do have a few of those in case they're necessary, but hopefully I'll be fine just swimming along. So that'll be 10 minutes of swim.
Okay.
We'll try and sneak out.
Then we'll take the stealth checks. For Mayhem, I'll take, I guess, an athletics check.
Stealth check.
Put that on
What
the
does
boat.
my invisibility let me add to my stealth check?
Regan is casting invisibility through a scroll, it looks like.
Yep. Da 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 da. Where is my
You don't add anything when you're invisible? That's weird.
What do you mean?
I'm reading the text on invisibility to figure out what I add to my stealth check, but it doesn't say anything.
Yeah, nothing in particular. It's more penalty to like people spotting you.
Okay.
I mean, they literally can't see you.
Yeah, but they might be able to detect something's happening, but they won't see
Yeah.
They might like make a weird noise.
How is that boat moving?
It's
Let's see.
Spoopy.
Okay. Well, the boat glides along the water, past the Grey Maiden's ship, and it's not too long after, as you're kind of just drifting along the coastline here, that seems like the coast is clear.
Very cool.
Mayhem will keep
Presumably.
pushing for a little bit, but then we'll climb into the boat once we get a chance.
All right. And I presume you're just kind of paddling your way back.
Yep, we'll head back to our slip over at the Jagari River Supply.
You pull back into the dock. Leave little rowboat behind. And where to now? It's probably, I'm going to say it's 10 p.m. now.
It's super late.
Is it
How do you all feel
sleep
about
time?
You want sleep?
Oh wait, I want to set up my alchemy set in Felix's place.
Yeah.
I sort of have a concern about us going back into the inn with a bunch of people who are trying to not get infected after we have been in a quarantine zone.
Oh.
Where could we self-isolate for a minute?
We could go back to my place.
Everyone looks at
He's
me.
back at...
The Cowhammer warehouse should be empty.
That's true.
You could unload your alchemy lab there, and we could probably set up for the evening.
Well, I think the point of unloading the alchemy lab is to put it up someplace permanent.
Yeah.
Fair. You don't have to carry it for the evening, at least.
Does your spacious pouch get heavy when you load it up so much?
That's actually a question.
I think so.
And then it can stay there.
Yeah, not really.
Either way. Cowhammer?
Yeah, it's the nearest thing.
All the way down there. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys go on a nice little stroll by the dockside, making your way past the Gadrin's old fishery, and back over to the warehouse that the Cowhammer boys had been hiding out at. Doors still, you like go to that back door that you had broken into before, and it's still unlocked, still open. You go inside, there doesn't seem to be anybody here. Nobody's squatted it yet. So, you can set up here for the night.
I'll
It'll
say,
be comfortable, but it'll be safe, I think.
yeah. We can make it as comfortable as we can.
You all have bedrolls?
It's a great question.
Mayhem will pull one out of his spacious pouch and offer it if somebody needs it.
I think I actually don't have one.
I'm looking through the many things in my bag.
Yep, I don't go camping. I sleep in a bed in my dorm.
This is an
That's
urban
fair.
adventure.
But not tonight. Do I have a tent? I don't think I got a tent right now. That might actually be back in storage.
Oh. But I have an any tool, and there's some hay, and we'll make the best of it.
Mayhem will
Regan's
toss
unhappy.
Regan his bedroll.
Thank
Well,
you.
Regan borrowing a bedroll, and the other two of you kind of slumming it here in the warehouse. It's not the worst. There is some hay and straw here because they were holding animals here. There's a slight smell. It smells animal-y in here. But otherwise, you're able to sleep well enough for the night. Come on. Timer. There we go. Alright. In the morning, Mayhem's no longer drained. Yay! Finally.
I think that was a new drain.
That was the vampires, I think.
Yeah, that was the vampire. So it wasn't even the death drain. It was just another drain.
Yeah. Which I guess was... Did you get, like, drain 2?
I got drain
Okay.
2, so...
Yeah, it's been 2 days since the vampires, finally.
Yes.
As you all sleep and recover HP. Felix, did you hit your little sleep button? The little bed icon?
Not yet.
Okay.
I did the
Your
thing.
Spell slots back. Excellent. Looks like everybody's basically back to full. Majenko should be at full HP by now. Oops. I killed him?
Oh no!
How'd that happen?
Don't do that.
Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay. Yeah. Preparations are happening, but what would you guys like to do? Wake up early.
Regan, could you do a double check and make sure we're not infected before we go back to regular lives?
I can sure try. With
Mayhem
my
wants to be disposing of the shiver.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
See. Whee. I'll just roll everybody.
Thank you.
You can just do one. One is good for the whole set.
One's good? Okay.
Yeah, you do an examination in the morning. Check how everybody's feeling. Observe for any symptoms, and yeah, everybody seems to be healthy. No one's got any obvious signs of blood veil. No itching, no discomfort.
Good sign so far, then.
Yeah.
Thank you, Regan.
I have to do my spell.
Figure out what you want for today.
Yeah. Because some of these I can super replace. So I don't have to sneak in.
Mayhem will change out of his Mayhem attire and into Tully attire.
Go in Tully mode.
We Tully mode now. Because we have some guards we have to talk to.
I don't need this.
We have a lead to go follow up.
Mhm.
But I imagine that first Regan wants to go set up their new laboratory.
Oh, yes.
Is that where you're going first? Back to the Script and Scrimshaw?
Yeah, I think we'd
see.
stop by and like empty our bags.
Make sure Lizzie's doing okay.
Say hi to
Doing okay, for that matter.
say hi to everybody.
Yeah, they all seem to be doing okay. Lizzie and the other kids have gone out to a nearby park with shields from flame this morning.
Even with the lockdown and everything, they're risking going out in the streets.
You didn't tell them to never
I
leave.
I thought it would be kind of apparent that dangers are out there, but all right.
Well, they're not going out to like hang out with people. They're just going to
it's
hang
not
out with
going-
themselves.
Yeah, I'm just saying there are other people out on the streets, and I'd rather nobody get sick. But at least Shields and Flame is with them.
Tace is the only one who's there at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it would be fine for them to get some fresh air. They've been indoors all day.
It's fine. I'm more concerned about the things on the street than I'm about their particular safety at this moment. So as long as Shields and Flames with them, it'll be all right. And, did you have a place for that alchemy setup or whatever, Felix? I know you're already cramped for space at this point, but
I don't know. We may end up having to.
Kids are on. Bye, kids. Flame isn't here.
Maybe in the bathroom.
There's this storage room back over here.
I think that is a bathroom.
Oh, the one you're looking at right there, Felix, is a bathroom.
Good times. I know the layout of this building so well.
You know it.
In the back, you have your there's the pantry over there, and then the storage area over here in the back. Sorry, oops, I'm on the viewer chat can see the map, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to turn. I think every single room is actually in use by someone right now. So Regan, you might get a corner of the storeroom.
Is that all? That's all I need. I will have the fumes. There's no ventilation. It's gonna be great.
We'll think about how to add some ventilation before your first experiment.
Well, you could set up in the bathroom. It looked like there was a window there. There's some ventilation.
Yeah.
Well, like the bathroom and there's a corner of the storage room that share a wall. Maybe it's easy to add a vent.
It is
And then
also
we
an
can send
exterior
people
wall.
to the
You
bathroom.
could.
What's going on in the alchemy? Just all of the alchemy fumes going into the bathroom while you're in there. I'm sure it's fine.
Can I put the alchemy lab down here? Can I create the pile?
Yes, you should be able to do that now.
Well, now it's in the kitchen. I'm sorry.
I'll move it.
All right. Oh, my little lab. Crawling over boxes.
I assume you move the boxes around. I can update the art to have the alchemy lab in here.
Yeah. Now I can do weird experiments. I don't know what you need to do to use it, but
we'll add a vent to the outside so that you don't accidentally get poison us all.
cuts like a little hole. And boop.
All right.
You know, I was thinking
What were you thinking about?
of object reading on the pouch because that might have been the last person you saw.
That's a great idea.
That is actually a really good idea.
That's an incredibly good idea. Yes.
Now that we're all
Let's go have another seance.
just like,
On
oh,
which pouch?
on the new pouch.
Yeah, the one, I assume with the 200 silver versus the other one that
Oh, yeah,
had
the silver. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, before we go off and follow up our lead, let us do that. If you we can do the grand trade again.
Bronze Todd.
So we can fool this poor thing.
I'll get out of your hair, Tay says as she sees that you guys are clearly busy doing something, and she's going to go upstairs to her room. All right. Where are you setting up? Just here at one of the tables?
Yeah, I'll be sitting down this time instead of standing. I feel like this is maybe I've fallen over a couple of times doing this.
Okay. I have to think. All right, GMing live.
GM mode activate.
I have to make Jason do things.
I love the spell.
Yeah, it's great. Aren't you happy I got it?
At least it's once a day and not.
Yes. Okay. So you take the sack of silver coins, or what formerly had silver coins in it, and set it down on the table. And take out the wand and start to cast around it. A little mist envelops it. And as you're focusing on the mist, your eyes go like dim and heavy, and close your eyes, Felix. And when you open your eyes again, you are sitting in a smoky room. You feel kind of a creaking, like undulating sensation, like you're on a boat, but the room doesn't seem familiar to you. You see Devargo sitting at a table, smoking something from a hookah, and you hear footsteps creaking down some stairs. I'm sorry I'm late, Devargo. No problem. I was just relaxing down here anyway. So, you got the stuff? Of course, of course. I've always got the things my lovely little spider friend needs. And you see a kind of a large, bald man, quite tall and quite thick. He's wearing a very nice, like blue suit. And if you've ever seen any of the Cerulean Society, you would immediately recognize it as the Cerulean Society uniform. And working in the city, you've definitely seen Cerulean Society members. They've come to the bar before to demand protection money. And in fact, you probably do pay a small fee to the society to make sure that thieves don't strike. That's why you've been able to get away without, a lot of thieving incidents occurring here. It's because of the society keeping watch. But that amount is relatively small for you, as they don't operate super strongly on your street. But in any case, the man is carrying a sack of coins, and Devargo, seeing him, says, "Hold it right there, man. Coming into my place not wearing a mask." Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think it was really necessary, but fine. And he kind of ruffles around in a pocket, pulls out a scarf, and kind of wraps it around his face. Good, man. I don't want to be catching any of what's going on around here. I don't know why you're so worried, Devargo. It hasn't been affecting people like you and me, he says as he approaches. Devargo again kind of puts up a hand. If you would, I'd like to do this at a distance. You're close enough already. The man kind of shrugs. Very well, very well. Here. And he'll kind of toss the sack onto the table. A few silver coins spill out. This is your share. Hopefully, you can use this to get the place back up and running as soon as things are a bit safer. The Society appreciates all the work that you do for us, and, well, I'd like to ensure that you keep operating and you know. He kind of smiles and, his eyes smile, I guess. You can't really see through the scarf that he's wrapped around his face. Devargo reaches over and picks up a coin and kind of squeezes it, tries to bend it. Takes it to his lifts up his mask slightly and tries to bite the silver. All right, good. I've got that information for you as well. Here, and he tosses a scroll case. I don't know why you care about that catfolk, but she seems all right to me. It's not me that cares about her. It's well, you don't really need to know, do you? No, I don't. Devargo says, kind of shaking his hands and leaning back. And that's kind of where the vision starts to fade.
Someone's got a crush on me.
Cool.
I knew I should have looked for information about us too.
Well, we still have time.
Yeah. Now I know to look farther.
All right. I
What
presume
you
you
see?
come to and then tell everyone what you saw.
Yes. And it really does seem like the society was the last people to were the people to exchange this bag of silver with Devargo. And they were digging the society was digging up information on you, Regan.
On me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably because I'm so super smart.
That's concerning. I'm surprised you're not more concerned, Reagan. The ruling society doesn't fuck around.
What do I know? I guess I know enough about them to know they're
Yeah, you know that they are the city's thieves guild. That they primarily run a massive protection racket, and if you don't pay into their protection racket, well, then they rob you. They mostly are there for most of the ruling society's interactions are with cities, or not city, with businesses and individual homes. But they are the only official guild allowed in town due to very archaic laws. Corvosa has traditionally been very anti-guild and anti-union. But somehow this one weird loophole has existed that has allowed the Thieves Guild to sort of continue operating like this.
Governments hate this one weird trick.
Yes.
Well, I have no idea what they'd want with me.
Oh, and the way they operate is basically they pay a sin tax to get away with any thieving that they do. So as long as the society keeps paying their sin tax, the crown just looks the other way.
Syntax is important. Do we want to dig through those papers and see if there's more information on us?
Yes. I do. And I will be doing so.
Alright, give me some society checks then.
Can I just aid? Would that be better? Or
Sure, yeah, you can aid.
Since we're both looking for the same thing in this case.
Yeah. If you're looking for the same thing, you can just give me an aid.
So I will give aid with a 12.
That's a failure. So no bonus. You're not really sure what to look for here.
It's fair.
And give me the main society check. It's rolling. Okay, you dig through the documents, trying to find any information that he's collected about you, and there doesn't seem to be anything here amidst these papers that's about you all. There is a note on the day that you first met him that describes the encounter, and there's and there was the information that he had about his meeting with you later and the information he was supposed to collect. But you don't find any other documents about the three of you.
Probably because he gave them all to that guy.
That would be my guess. What have you been up to, Regan, that they would want something to do with you?
I'm literally doing nothing that you haven't seen me do.
You
I'm
are
doing this and going to school.
more distinctive, and we have been around town quite a lot.
Yes, I am one of the smartest wizards in Corvosa, so I can understand people wanting to or needing me around, you know.
Of course. Also, you're not as common a kind of person as you'll find. So,
Yes, I'm very smart.
right. Most of the people in town are not.
Yeah, most people are stupid. I'm very smart, and that is the only difference between me.
You're also a prolific writer. Maybe they're just big into fanfic.
Oh, I'm a big reader.
Oh, gosh.
I guess I don't think I've done any writing for the fan fictions, but
Okay.
I have read every single one. So,
Keeping up with it.
oh, maybe they want me to join their fan fiction club. I find that hard to believe, but it is a non-0% chance.
Possibility exists. It's fair.
I don't know if Boole or whatever is into fan fiction.
Is the Cerulean Society's headquarters the sort of open secret that, like, of course everyone knows where the Thieves Guild is? Or is that actually hidden knowledge?
The Cerulean Society, I believe they do have a kind of main headquarters.
I mean, I assume they have
unless-
hidden places. They're not like...
Oh, for sure. But yeah, if they have a public...
Yeah,
place-
you would strongly suspect that they have hidden places and dealings. But they do. Sorry, I got something in the text. They do have a location. I think you would know it. I think it's in Main Shore, which is the north part of North Point.
Big blinking neon sign.
What's it called? I could find it faster if I had Control F, but I don't have the PDF on this computer.
The dock trade? I'm looking at the area region right now. That's why I'm checking.
Thieves are us.
The dock trade.
You know what? I have the PDF on my phone. Let me check that.
That'll work. Of the places that are labeled around here. Pretty sure they're not based in City Hall, but I suppose that's a possibility.
No.
That would be bold.
That would be
Funny.
very, very bold of them. City Hall begrudgingly puts up with them.
They get their taxes.
Where's the Crimson Door? There we go.
Versus Mercy.
Oh, it's honestly probably not even in this. Riveting details, I know.
These are important things. We have to find out where to go.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is Dock Trade, actually.
Oh, it is the dock trade. Okay.
Okay.
I guess not quite.
No? Okay. Just looking at the places that are labeled.
Yeah, okay, so the dock trade building, where is that? That is... Did I actually label that?
It's the blue thing here.
Ah, yeah, okay. Yes. Oh, that's why it's blue. It's the Cerulean Society. I did that so that I would have remembered, but I didn't. Yeah, there's this loose collection of merchants at this place called the Dock Trade. They are the merchants that are the most directly tied to the Cerulean Society. Oh, if I looked at chat, yes, he would have said close to the Lock Anchor building. Yeah, Dock Trade. Yeah, basically it's a bunch of merchants who have, it's very strong ties to the Cerulean Society. Their members are often seen around there. It's a pretty unofficial official meeting place, and everyone knows that. They definitely have secret meeting places, and you don't know if they have like a proper headquarters anywhere, but that's, if you needed to find Cerulean Society people, it's probably there. Or at least to make contact with them.
They would find you afterward, I'm sure. So, we have several leads. Where should we start?
I think our more direct lead is probably the one worth following up on.
Warehouse.
The warehouse.
That's what I'm hoping for, yes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can find Gadrin down there.
Yeah.
Or not Gadrin, his son.
Rolf.
He's had a long time coming. Well, if we are heading out, I should probably change at some point, but otherwise...
Yeah.
Don't know if you have other plans today. First?
I think this is what I was doing today.
Yeah.
Does not seem like a huge huge lunch rush.
Well,
Yeah,
certainly not.
during this period.
Not at
The place is
8:30 in the
closed.
morning.
Yeah, I think we're all right. Are we all alone in here, or is what's her name still hanging around?
Tace went upstairs.
Tace, okay.
And yeah, you've still got the place closed for lockdown.
Tully's going to go and use the bathroom and change.
I think I'll take this bag of silver and the related coins, and not necessarily go stick it with all the rest of them of the money in the bar.
Don't put it in your mouth.
Yeah, don't do that either.
You should wash the money.
Put in a vat of acid somewhere. I'll put it away from everything else. You can go sit next to the alchemy kit.
Might not be
Okay.
a bad idea for us to try and determine if there is something wrong with the coins themselves at some point, but I'm not exactly inclined in that direction.
I just don't know what you would do. Like how we would determine that. The alchemy kit is actually probably the best guess I would have.
I mean,
Submit it to science.
I have some basic understanding from, back in school days, so if Regan could help me with the magical side of things, I might be able to assist in the crafting element of things. Otherwise,
magic.
we can also do this later. Just a thought, though. I have some basic rudimentary knowledge of alchemical things.
Yeah, you could certainly, if you wanted to, you could take some time to try to analyze those.
I feel like we have some time. So
Love analyzing.
I'm going to
Can't
go
believe it.
back into the alchemy lab corner.
Oh my goodness.
So dark. There we go.
All right.
Why are we fighting?
It's not fighting.
Oh,
It's exciting science.
it's like a mimic alchemy lab. It's like, oh no.
Back to the home and making
It was so
Love
sleepy.
Okay, so you're gonna take like let's say this happens in like hour intervals. So yeah, if you want to take an hour to try to investigate this, I would take crafting and or arcana checks. And one can be the aid and one can be the main. I don't care which is which.
I have a +9 to crafting, so
A plus 14 to Arcana.
yeah, let me aid yours. And I will do that first. Oh, that's nice. Okay, 24. Not quite a crit, but that's okay.
Okay. So that'll be a +1 to Regan.
Do you want me to blind roll it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Do they need a hero point?
I don't know. I'm
I mean, you're
doing-
welcome to use hero points if you want.
I'm pure luck here.
I wouldn't
Pure
bother
luck
on my
today?
crafting.
All right.
I find this to be fun if we just allow it to chance.
Yeah.
See what happens. See what we discover.
Let the dice fall where they fall.
As the people, folks who rated us were saying, live by the die and die by the die.
Okay, so you spend an hour going through these, like a handful of the coins that you found. And it's interesting. There's no magical aura that these things are giving off. Except there are a couple that still have like the faintest magical residue still visible. You use, thanks to like Mayhem, you get like a proper concoction that like reveal certain magical residues that no longer give off, or like certain like chemicals that are produced by certain kinds of magic spells that are no longer magical anymore. But yes, you are able to determine that at least some of these coins, possibly not all of them, seem to have been affected by something. You're not sure what.
Something.
Are any of the
That's
coins
something.
the ones like he bit? Are there little teeth marks?
Oh gosh, please.
He only bit one, and you're not sure
Oh.
which of any of these that one would have been.
It sounds like it was like soft enough.
It would be a good question to see are any of the coins with residue have something in common about them?
Yes, like are they all from the same cities or mint? Are they all fresh
Um,
versus the older versions or more worn
So
ones?
you're only able to pick up the residue on a total of 3 coins.
Mhm.
The one is an Ustalov coin, and the other 2 are Corvosan. The 2 Corvosan ones are brand new. The Ustalov one is actually fairly old, like maybe 10 years old.
We picked up Ustalov coins off the vampires, didn't we?
You did.
Why would they have Ustalov coins?
Can't believe it. Actually, I
also-
can't.
Yeah. And if they are distributing these coins to the populace,
Like Ustalov's not so far that it's like you might have seen Ustalov coins in circulation just normally. Like most of them are going to be from Korvosa or other places in Varizia, but Ustalov is sort of next door. Sort of. They're kind of far, but
the other side of a big field, if I recall, Varizia
yes.
is kind of in the way,
But like diplomats from there do sometimes show up in Korvosa and do bring their money with them. So
yeah.
there's definitely that money in circulation.
It is of note that the 2 coins from here are newer coins, though. Coins that would not have been circulated and freshly acquired to be used for this purpose. Someone with access to the treasury is working in league, it seems.
What if it's
Did-
like, if this is the magic is the illness, and if so, like, if it's primarily being spread through money, or if it's like other means. If it's just like a spell you can put on stuff.
I don't know.
We've seen other efforts at distributing things to people, like the world's meat, that butcher shop.
Mhm.
So it's entirely possible that if the spell effect can be applied to anything, it was just these distribution efforts weaponized.
Maybe. It's such a faint trace. Ooh, that
Well,
makes me mad.
They already got Devargo with it, so it's not going to last that long afterward. And we're still feeling okay. We didn't get caught by it either.
I still feel okay. To my knowledge. Would you
Yeah.
like to put one of these in your mouth?
No, I'm quite fine, thank you. I am suspicious of the Bank of Abadar.
You should be.
I'm trying to think of where funds would naturally flow from. You don't just walk up to the treasury and say, I want to change out this gold for 10 silver. So, the Bank of Abadar seems like a place that we could investigate. We could just go to the castle directly, but I feel like that is I don't think we're ready.
Knock, knock, knock. Y'all doing any crimes?
There's also the guy that gave the bag.
That was the person from the guild.
Mhm.
You could definitely go
Wanted
inquire why they are such a big fan of yours.
He wasn't my fan, but he knew someone who was. So they're up to no good.
And walking you right into their, base seems questionable if they are interested in you for reasons.
Well, I won't go if it's a problem.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know if
concern.
I mean, I don't know if they want to kidnap me. If they do, they haven't done that yet. Seems like they're just looking up information. But I don't know what information they want on me that they don't also want from you two.
Couldn't say.
Maybe it's Rolf. Maybe he wants information on me. Maybe we're both looking up info on each other.
That's actually. Would he know you from school?
No, I think he like got kicked out because
So-
I personally didn't know him. I had to look up a bunch of stuff about him. I'd be surprised if he knew me, but I also stand out like a sore thumb, I suppose.
You were an apprentice while he was like top of class. Like he was already in the program basically, while you were still sort of training to get inducted in. So he might have seen, like, you've seen him before. He might have seen you before, but
Okay.
you probably didn't have many interactions.
That's fair. Well, if he's the one who's so interested in you, perhaps we should give him a chance to properly say hello.
Ugh.
I'm saying we're going to go deal with him.
Oh, good. It's like, ugh.
This is not actually
talk
us
to
going
him.
and having a chat. This is us
Ugh.
going and beating him into submission if necessary, which I'm pretty sure it will be.
He's off in his little evil lair doing experiments. Oh no, and she just remembered who he's doing experiments on. Oh,
Yeah.
I've forgotten.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's part of
god.
why I'm trying not to waste as much time, but I also know we have other things we're trying to figure out too. I don't want to leave him there.
Oh, there's so much to do. I guess like the warehouse still is the best though.
It's nearest to us.
Yeah.
And I think we're heading out.
Yep, to the warehouse.
Should we put these coins in like a safe place so nobody's licking them while we're gone?
Just put a sign up that says "Don't eat." I think we'll be okay.
Don't touch.
Yes.
Dead dove,
I
do
mean,
not
that's
eat.
probably best. Yes.
Like a.
Yes. Please refrain from licking the currency.
Yeah, she'll write a note on the alchemy table like, please do not underline eat or touch this money. It is evil.
Keep your tongue in your mouth at all times.
It has an evil aura. All right, cool.
The vibes are bad.
Yeah, the vibes on this money are off.
Vibes
Please
are
do not
rancid.
touch it.
Just no.
All right. So, back to the streets.
Oh, there you are, my little creature.
And we are looking for a warehouse that was recently purchased, or semi-recently, like within the last couple of months,
And turn into a clinic.
and turned into a clinic.
With a
Oh,
secret
how would you like
base.
to go about that?
Well,
Gather information, I suppose? Question mark?
Yeah,
Sure. Means to do that.
seems like one of those. I think if we aid Regan, we can do it in an hour.
I am a hobnobber.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Heck yeah.
So,
Alright. So,
Can I?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. We'll do.
what was? Well, tell me.
I have Eyes of the City, which allows me to use society or diplomacy to track creatures within settlements.
Ah,
I am not entirely sure we have enough to track to go off of, which is why I kind of backed off of it.
no. You can. You could try to track a specific person. Yeah, using diplomacy or society. That's kind of like following a people trail if you know
Yeah.
who you're looking for. I don't think you need any particular clues to start it.
Okay.
If
Well,
you
since
wanted,
Rolf
if you
has
were
been
still wanting to,
cited-
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, if Rolf has been sighted in this region, then I do have something to go off of, at least as far as tracking goes. And if I can assist Regan with that, or if Regan can assist me with that, we might even be able to do it faster, possibly. I don't know if you
Yeah, I
want
would-
us to.
I would I would allow, diplomacy to assist you in your diplomacy or society check to follow, or to try and track him.
I can assist you, and Regan can do their thing, and we can get both done.
That work?
Yeah,
Here
sure, that works.
is a diplomacy roll to aid.
Ooh,
Oof.
Felix!
What are
No.
you doing to me?
I'm gonna spend a point on that. That's awful.
All right,
Oh,
so
that's-
the natural one got rerolled into a crit.
Sure.
So you are trained in diplomacy, so that's a +2 for Mayhem.
All right.
Yeesh.
We'll be rolling diplomacy ourselves, blind, and I will use a hero point on it if that helps.
Sure, hero point. Okay. Then Regan, you're also doing a hobnobbing.
Yes. Is this a diplomacy check?
Yeah, diplomacy check.
Alright, I will hobnob around. Ooh, are you coughing?
Oh no,
Okay.
Kennedy can't be sick.
No, he lays on his back and he like swallows his own spit and then he coughs
Oh.
it up. He's disgusting.
Okay, as long as he didn't get into the coins.
No, he didn't.
That's cool.
All right, let's see. So you guys spend an hour trying to follow leads, asking around. Regan, you're out asking around about these like warehouses, see if anybody's like. There's a lot of warehouses around, but most of the people on the street seem really cagey. Many are sick and aren't super approachable. So it's hard to really kind of connect with anyone. Meanwhile, Mayhem and Felix, you're finding much the same problem as you're asking around. But eventually you do find some guys while you're over here at the north side of the West Docks. Some guys who are helping unload one of the very few ships at the dock. And they tell you, warehouses? Yeah, those doctor types. I think they're using the old Arcona warehouse, aren't they? Yeah, I think so. It's... down the road, I think it's like right across from the Gilded Knight. Not too far from there.
Oh, that's not too far at all.
I think they're calling it the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden or something like that.
Ooh.
Which maiden is it that's blessed? Do you know?
Not really sure. I didn't ask. I assume Shaylin or Desna or something.
Reasonable enough. All right. Well, worth checking out, I suppose.
Yeah, they've been a lot of what do you call them? Those new cool lady knights. The
Three maidens.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's one of them. Maybe one of them is blessed or something.
That's fair.
They've been doing a lot of the guard duty around that place, I think. But we try not to go around there too much, getting in their way, you know, especially with all the sick people they've been bringing in.
That's fair. Understandable. Thanks for the information. Take care. Don't get sick.
Yeah, and they get back to their work hauling stuff off that ship. I'll say that you guys regroup at the script.
Alright. I think we found a lead. How about lead? What'd you find, Regan?
Oh, I found nothing at all. Everyone's too sick to talk. At least in the corner I was in.
Well, we got a lead on a place, Hospice of the Blessed Maiden, just down the road here, across from the Gilded Knight.
Well, that's
So-
convenient.
Well, they said it was someplace around here. How do we want to go inside? Are we going to pretend our way in or just walk in? Because I get the feeling it's guarded. In
Oh.
fact, they told us it's guarded. They said there were some great maidens keeping watch.
Yeah, I don't have an approach in mind right this second. I'm thinking myself. We need an excuse of some sort.
Regan, how are you feeling? Are you ill? Do we need to get you to a hospice?
Oh, I don't feel very good at all now that I'm thinking about it.
I actually don't know who has the better deception skill at this point.
Mine's
Uh,
not good at.
I mean, really,
Mine
Mayhem's
is
gonna have the best deception skill, I'm sure, but...
I am not
I
allowed-
mean, this actually might be me unless I mean, what do you have?
I have a 13.
Okay, you win by 1.
I have a
Yeah,
3.
At the same time, though, it may still be better to bring you in rather than me as the sick person.
looking in my bag of stuff, I thought I picked up some illusory magic. I did. Regan, you got a good look at that illusion magic that was used to make people look like they had the blood veil, didn't you?
Yeah, it was an illusion spell.
I'm open to better ideas, but we're forming a bad idea right now.
I love the bad idea.
I think that is a solidly bad idea. If we can give you a mild case that hasn't gotten so bad as to be lethal that they would reject you outright, maybe willing to bring you in to be treated.
I don't know, maybe if Rolf is behind it, he might want people at death's door coming in. Yeah, a mild spell.
And like, I think while I'm there, the thing I would be looking for is to hear like the comings and goings of both people and patients. Like if patient,
I thought we were going in.
I assume that at some point we're gonna all go in, and then I will probably be separated into some kind of patient area.
That makes sense. I gotcha.
So like if I hear about patients going to some mysterious other locale, you know, a dungeony kind of place, that would be interesting.
Make some noise about how dare they not bring you to the place where everyone else is getting treated so they can get better too, and see if that would help encourage them maybe. Do you want to disguise Regan, or do you think you're going to be fine as you are?
Probably fine. I feel like it's hard at this point, unless I am fully covered, to have a disguise that's very good.
I'm sort of curious mechanically what would happen if Regan were to wear the clandestine cloak. Because it's supposed to make you into a forgettable background character.
Yeah, it would probably make her look kind of vaguely like a Shellish lady.
That would be my idea. Like, you could borrow this for a minute.
Oh, yeah. I would certainly use that.
I think it's a good idea.
Button. Who's got the button?
It probably wouldn't actually change you to, look like anyone else, but it does help you, just appear to be kind of know what important that people will not focus their attention on.
I can spectate the trade.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can watch the trade.
Here comes the cloak.
Woo!
We did it.
I
Let's
managed
see
to
this
use
new
the
trade window. What is
We did
this?
it.
So complicated. Like,
Chat didn't see it, but it was oddly fun. Okay, actually, I think what I'm going to do is, since we're coming up on the end of the session anyway, is we will sort of call it there. And that'll give you guys the week to think about your approach, what you want to do. You can also scout the building and stuff. Like, you don't have to just charge right in if you don't want to.
would we be, before we leave for tonight, can we at least get an idea of what the exterior looks like, so we can start planning that? Because if we walk up and suddenly there's a squadron of guard, that may change our plans.
Sure. Do you want to do a little bit of observing first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Alright.
case the joint.
Yeah, just a quick casing.
Okay.
Like, oh, just
Let's
happening.
let's cancel that then.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. All right. So the gang decides to go case the joint first. Are you doing anything special here? Are you just kind of walking past it, or what's the vibe you're going for?
Ooh, sightseeing.
I actually have some business at the Gilded Knight. I have some runes that I've been meaning to get applied to my armor and weapons. So like, we totally hang out there and then get, idly wander by the hospice of the Blessed Maiden just to see what's going on.
All right. Let me just double.
I think take most of the day to do the rune transfer, but that still gives us plenty of time to watch stuff, and we can even judge and see how the flow goes during the day. See if there's a decent time we might be able to pop in.
Okay. What's that?
Just keep me
All right.
company otherwise.
Let's see. I have to tweak something slightly. Okay. Let's do it then. Where's the map? Activate. Oh, hello, Canis Antithesis. So many raids tonight.
Oh my.
Thank you, Canis Antithesis. Thank you, Death Dreams Live. Thank you, Tabletop Rolls. Everybody's Monday games going on. We're also right kind of at the end of ours, but let's see what we got. Alright. So, you approach the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden. You're just kind of going down. This is the main road that you're kind of going down. This building right here beside you is sort of unimportant. It's just another random warehouse. But you can kind of see the side of the building over here.
Okay, so we have the main door up here, or a door up here to the north. And then just meandering southward as we're making our way towards the Gilded Knights.
Yeah, so as you continue down south along the street a bit, you can see there's some kind of like rear entrance to the building. Looks like 3 kind of loading bay doors, where maybe you might do kind of shipping and receiving sort of stuff. There's a wagon over here that's a bit run down, broken. There's some old crates that look like they've been left out for a while.
It makes me believe this loading dock is not used just because there's a wagon in the middle of it.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way, especially given the state of the wagon. Looks like it's been there for a while.
But we'll keep on walking.
Keep meandering. And we have some back entrances we might be able to try if we don't feel like the front is a good place to go in.
I don't see piles of guards, so that's always a good sign.
That's what's got me reassured at the moment. He said, coming around the corner.
As you come around the southern corner, towards the Gilded Knight, you can kind of glance over. There's a couple benches out front. And in front of what seems to be the main door are 3 Grey Maidens. They look like they're talking to each other right now. And I think I've shown you the Grey Maiden art before, but I'll show you again. They look cool.
Some sick art. They have great armor.
They've got cool silvery gray armor with lots of red like cloaks and scarves, and they've got the kind of Roman toothbrush helmet with like the red tassels. Very striking.
But notably, there's no like crowd of people seeking treatment or anything like that.
Doesn't seem like it. Depends on how long you wait there. Are you lingering, or
Mayhem will be continuing to walk along as trying to keep this semi-casual.
Yeah, like I wouldn't linger any longer than it would be natural. We're on our way to the Gilded Knight. We're keeping up that ruse.
We can peek our eyes out of the windows in the Gilded Knight.
Yeah. So you pass by as these Grey Maidens are talking, and as you're walking past, Mayhem, you kind of just like glance back out of curiosity as you see one of the maidens is removing her helmet.
Oh.
And you'd recognize that face anywhere.
I was
It's
just
your
thinking
wife,
about this.
Maveline.
He is not looking good right now. Ugh. Great.
At a glance,
Um,
it looks like she's got
yeah.
scars on her face, but you presumably are still walking, so you can't.
Yeah, just gonna keep going, but there is a slowdown and a kind of double take as he's registering what he's seeing. But we'll keep going. And know that this will be more personal than we thought.
And that is where we'll end the episode.
I mean, at least
Thanks.
it's not Lizdy, but ugh, no.
It could have been if you let her go.
Absolutely not.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Hope you all had fun. Next week we'll find out if the party has what it takes to figure out an infiltration plan. Will they find out what's inside the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden? Maybe. I probably.
It would be a shame if not.
It would.
Yeah.
It would be a shame if
It would
not.
be-
The 10 minutes you had here were fun. Excellent. Yes, thank you. Thank you for joining us for the very end of the show. But if you're like Candace Antithesis and you've missed most of the show, you can always go back on our YouTube channel whenever I upload the videos. YouTube.com/thirdaction. Obviously, we are on Twitch.com/thirdaction if you're watching us live. Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, and that's about it. We'll see you next week, folks. Have a lovely. This isn't a special weekend, but have a good week and weekend. Know you. Aw. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.